the Dragon. Awakened and not awakened, we'll be playing them both today. But the Dragon, the Type 62 is what it is. Here in awakened mode is absolutely nuts. Previously, when this tank was first released, it was literally just the Type 62 in monster mode, but it could teleport. If you hit one of the discs in the ground, you could teleport. But that meant you had 180 alpha damage, and you had 145 millimeters of penetration, and you had horrible gun handling, and you can't take equipment or equipment that boosts your gun handling. And so this tank was really bad, because basically it's like, oh, well, you could teleport. Yeah, but you don't know where you're gonna go, and so it's a gamble every time you jump in one, and you're not penning things anyway, and you're not hitting things. It was really, really bad. So they buffed the teleporter so that you then healed some health every time you go through. And that was great and all, but then they did even more. Then they buffed it so that every time you go through, not only do you get 200 health back, but all your modules and all your crews who are damaged or killed get repaired. Yes, when you go through, you get your ammo rack repaired, your fuel tank fixed, your commander's alive again, whoever it might be, they're all good in the hood. Absolutely crazy. On top of that, instead of 180 alpha, you now have 280 alpha. Instead of 145 pen, you have 224 pen. And the gun handling, 0.23 accuracy, while on the move, it is 0.27. It is a laser on the move with 1230 shell velocity. So you can just hit things on the move all day, every day. It's crazy. It goes 70 instead of 60 like the tech tree does. Only at 20 horsepower per ton, but the terrain resistances are absolutely crazy, and 2300 health now. The Dragon quite possibly is the best tank if you know what you're doing in monster mode, because you have so much ammo. You can kill everyone. You can do over 20,000 damage with this tank. You can kill everyone time and time and time again, and you can get all your health back, meaning you can just keep reviving and reviving and reviving, healing up. You never have to die if you play your cards right in the Dragon. And to me, that makes this the most powerful tank if you're able to keep discs near yourself. And you're going to see that very quickly in the 2 replays I have for you in the Awakened mode. Without further ado, let's jump in and see what we can do. Hell's Highway in the Dragon. Lots and lots. See these green arrows on my minimap? Those are the teleporters. When you jump in one, you never know where you're going to pop out of. And so I never would encourage you to use them at the start of your game. At the start of your game, head toward one where you can also spot and shoot the enemy. Then you can do some damage and then run away. Rinse and repeat this over and over and over again, and you're going to have a good time. But hello, Kaiju. This is a little bit awkward, if I do say so myself. He bounces off of us. We bounce off of him. Another bounce off of us. And let's carry on. Let's get out of here. Put some more shells in, maybe? Look, we rolled 316 first shot, 280 alpha damage. They're putting shells into me. And knock out my engine. I'm not going to fix that yet, because just in case I get tracked. It's like, oh, you're in a bit of a situation, CloneGuy. No, I'm not. Bye-bye. And I'm gone out of there. Oh, they teleported me right here, right near this guy. Hello. Instead, put shells into him. What's the DPM on this tank right now? 3,900 DPM is what we have going for us. It's not 5,000 like we had in the Hull and Hound, but you have a gun that hits, and you have a gun that does alpha damage and penetrates. It's really, really good. And now this guy's coming after us. I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna leave. Goodbye. Good riddance. And my health just went up 200 more, and I'm safe. Safe from the enemies. Absolutely nuts what this tank does. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. One of my favorites absolutely in the game. And again, on the move accuracy. When your turret turns, you lose some of your accuracy, and the garage doesn't tell you what accuracy you lose when you turn the turret. But when you're not turning the turret and you're able to stabilize it while you're moving, it's very, very, very accurate. But hello, Spectre. Let's see if we can kill you. One shell into him. How about a ram? Come here, come here, come here. And I have armor. Something that, excuse me, your HE shells are going to struggle to do anything to. And so I'm just going to kind of hug him here and try to get him to not pen me every single time, but he kind of is. There goes my gunner. We're going to fix that. And we're going to start wiggling back and forth here. There we go. Now we're getting him to not go through us every time. Some of his shells he's missing. We ram him there. Maybe we'll finish him off with this next shell. Not quite. He is a one-shot, and he's dead. There we go. And look what's right here. A nice little dragon to jump on and heal my health. So long. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I'm on this side of the map. Hello, Kaiju. My circle is huge, but it's not actually that huge. I guarantee it's a little bit of a bug when you are teleporting that it says your circle is huge. It's not that big. Hello. Oh, goodness. You're done, sir. Absolutely done. Every time you teleport, also, there's a bit of a bonus. You lag everyone's game. I don't know. I don't have an Xbox Series X. I have an Xbox Series S, which is the second strongest Xbox out there. Second most powerful. And so that means anyone on my Xbox or older is getting that lag every time I teleport, which is a little bit of a buff. But hello, Mr. Night Stalker. Don't mind me. I don't want to fight you right now. I'm just going to teleport through this and get away. Oh, I did not go far. Okay, well, that's fine. We're just going to continue up here. Maybe go down through this dragon here. Put a shell in there. Easy peasy. 40 seconds left. Hello, sir. We bounce off. That's fine. And we get away. Nice. 1,000 health left. But watch what I get to do. I get to teleport again. And you just keep doing this, especially late game, because you're less likely to run into somebody. I'm just jumping from disc to disc to disc and getting all my health back. And we just double teleported there. What the heck was that? Wait a minute. We have 1,236 health. We hit the disc. We're up to 1,486, and then we teleport again. I don't know what to tell you guys. Another bug in the game, I guess. We teleported twice and received 400 health because of it. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain so much about that. Very happy. And now we're going to start shooting these guys. Or is it 250? Is it 250 health we're getting? I went back and checked. It's 250. So my previous numbers I've been giving have been wrong. You get 250 health for every teleportation, which is even better than the 200 I thought it was. Wow. So, I mean, 2 teleportations, that's 500 health. 4 teleportations, that's 1,000. But now we have this Night Stalker. A bit of a tricky one to penetrate. And there's the Crafts Panther down there as well. I don't know where he is. He's got to be in there, because he was in there earlier. So we know he's still in there, because he hasn't left. And I'm looking for him, and my Inferno's about to die. I don't know how much health my Inferno has left, but oh, the Revenant goes down. That's not good. The Revenant is always the last tank alive and the hardest one to kill, basically, because aiming is so difficult. It's like, huh. What do I do? I'm looking for movement from the Crafts Panther right now. And there it is. He's got all the cap points. Reset him. Boom. Now I have a full to 1.5 minutes, which is wonderful. But I'm like, I'm not afraid. Neither of these guys are very fast. So I'm like, you know what, buddy? Trade with me. I'm chill with that. Let's have some fun. I'm going to put some shells into you. You're going to try to put some shells into me. And I can just run away whenever I want. If this Night Stalker does not push me, he should be pushing me, then I get to dictate this fight. If he pushes me, I don't get to dictate, and I'm just going to run. But hello, Inferno. You've come back. That's nice to see. I'm going to go for a teleportation, hopefully come from a different angle. They'll never see it coming. Unfortunately, I teleport 100 meters away. Not what I wanted. I wanted to be further than this. We have 50 seconds left. I'm like, do I risk another teleportation? I don't even need to. He rams the Revenant, and for that, he's reset the cap circle yet again. Wonderful. No, he hit the Night Stalker, which is even better for me. Now we're going to teleport, and there we go. That's a better teleportation. Now I'm on the opposite end of the map, and I'll get to shoot this Night Stalker in the booty, which is definitely preferable because penetrating it through the front can be difficult. It has a 0-plate armor on its right gun, right by its right gun. If you shoot that, you can pen it with HE. You can pen it with an autoloader, a tier 1 autoloader. But we're not gonna trust that we can hit that spot, especially if he's moving. So coming in from behind is the better option. Hello, hello, hello. Where are you? There you are. Can I shoot him through this? I can. He's gonna turn sideways to put his double shot into us, I think. He can't shoot us though because of the Crafts Panther. Now he moves, but it's too late. He's dead. Out of the game. 6,400 damage and just a Revenant left. Revenant can't do anything, basically, about this game. Where is he? You gonna shoot me, buddy? You gonna shoot me? There he is. Nice. 250 damage. The fact that I have... And he bounces. The fact that I have 280 alpha damage is absolutely nuts to me. You can rip tanks apart so quickly. Where is he? That smoke got in the way. I don't... Is he using the smoke? No, that's a dead one. Wow, what smart play. Like, I'm learning from him right now. Using the Revenant and parking behind smoke, you're like untouchable. That's crazy, but we put another shell in him. We have 1,600 health left. We have more alpha than him. I can just trade with him shot for shot. He's turned now. His turret... Okay. Why isn't he looking? I think he gave up. Oh, the Inferno's still alive. The Inferno had another life left. I didn't even notice. GG, Inferno. Well done. Well, we do 7,981 damage in our dragon. 1156 base experience points, 3 kills. And if it got hairy, like he hits us, sets us on fire, whatever, we can run away. He only goes 20, and we can just start healing. Start that process all over again. We have so many shells. We have 110 shells in this tank. Like... Come on, with 280 alpha damage, this tank can carry. So crazy. Insane. And our next one is basically going to be very similar, actually. This one was on stream, which is why I feature it second, because a lot of people have already seen it before, and if you haven't, strap in. It's another high damage game, but this one is a lot more clutch, and it really demonstrates the power of this tank's teleportation ability and how you get to heal. We basically play very boldly. Lose health, get our health back, then do it again. But hello, Lycan. You're definitely someone I want to kill real early on. Come here. Ram him there for 515, and he emptied his entire magazine. So now, I get to use my 3,900 DPM, and, well, miss him. I get to miss him. In that case, I am going to leave. I really wanted to get that Lycan out of the game, but I then remembered... He's the one who has to fight me. I have unlimited health. I can heal up as much as I want. There's no need risking him getting another magazine into me and maybe preventing me from getting to the cap circle or to one of these discs. And so now I've come to this nearest disc, and you're going to see me do this a lot, where I just park next to the disc and I fight from here. Then if I think people are going to come and shoot me and I don't want to lose that extra health, I leave. It is so easy, such a fantastic rinse and repeat, and right now I'm just putting in free damage. Hello, Mr. Spectre. We put a shell into him, he's coming, and like, do I stick around for one more shot? Maybe I can. Come here. Come here, buddy. One more shell into you. Boom. And we're out of here. Ha ha ha. Oh my goodness, I teleported behind everybody. That's not good. Or is it? They've got 3 people on our side of the map, and then they got people on the other side of the railroad. This actually isn't a bad thing. Roswell doesn't have much health, and that's a scary tank. He can suspend me, which prevents me from getting into my circles that I need to. But we lose another tank, unfortunately. And they lost one as well. It was a suicide play by their Bellerophon. But now we're behind them, and I'm heading toward this disc over here. Hello, Lycan. Nope, no shots on him. Another one of my allies gets beamed into the sky. And our team is getting crushed on health. We are losing it rapidly. But you know what I can do? I can get us some percentages back by just jumping into one of these discs. We're up to 33. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're going to get 1% of our health back, if not 2% if we go in this disc. 32% health, 31% health. We jump through this. We're back up to 32% health. Woohoo! What do you know? But we're still losing by quite a bit. But what an advantageous position they've decided to put me in. Up on top of the hill, where I have shots on these guys. Hello, Mr. Arachnid. You're kind of scary. I'd love to get you out of the game, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So instead, I'm going to shoot this Lycan. Boom! Right into the Lycan. He's now a one-shot for us if we roll high enough. And the Spectre is almost full health. Put some shells on him. Like, it's so beautiful, because right now, I can just leave. It's like, you know what? I need to just leave. And boom, I can leave. But right now, I don't have to. I get to put in free damage. Gosh, this tank is so good. It's not as good in the regular tech tree, though, in the regular matchmaking. But this guy just fired. He's got a super long reload. I know it because I've played it. I get to put in free shells. Lower plate, we can go through that if we get a decent enough. Yes, 302, nice. Our team is starting to catch up on health. Put a tracking shot in. It fixes real quick. Lower plate, there we go. One more shot. One more shot. One more shot. Side turret. Ah, he's not giving it to me. All right. How about you, Roswell? Nope. They have another Lycan. Tracking shot. Damages tracks. Don't track them. But hello, Spectre. Bounce off the Spectre. We're up to 5,000 damage. Like, and just a moment ago, before I came up here, I was on the other side of the map. And that's what I mean. Oh, the Lycan's coming this way. There's 2 Lycans. This one's coming towards me. Yes, please. And now he knows I'm here. Hello. We miss each other. But here comes another Lycan. How about free damage? Come on, Lycan. Come on, Lycan. He does not get his health back. I do. And so it's like, okay, all 3 of them are here. Let's not do that. And what a spawn! Hello! Oh, Spectre gets him. I was gonna say, like, how awful is that? It's still pretty awful for this guy. There's a shell into him. And another one for him. And wouldn't you know, another one. Boom, out of the game. And here come the armada of light tanks. Thankfully, I go 70, making it difficult for them to keep up with me. Boom. Oh, we missed. And I'm again gonna go toward this disc. From here, I get to fight them and leave whenever the heck I want to. It's insane, but my Spectre's gonna go down. We put 1 shell in. Can we kill off this Lycan? He kills off my friend. He's got some more shells left. My driver's dead. No big deal. Now he's dead. Switch now my attention to this Spectre. Can I put any shells into him before I leave? I do. I put 1 into him. He tracks me. I'm not worried. I'm going to put another shell in. And it's like, oh, Lycan's loaded. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I was not going to stick around for a loaded Lycan. So we leave and we get to head to the next disc. What's great about these discs as well is they only appear on the map from me. They are in the game, like you can find them yourself, but they don't stand out, and so it's very easy for them to not keep track of where the discs might be. And so I just get to head to another disc and I fight from here. That Spectre's a 1-shot. Lycan is gonna be easily killable now. Oh, the Spectre is dead. And it's like, okay, do I wait for this Lycan to come after me? And I said, no, let me just heal up, then I can go straight at him. And what do you know, I teleport to the top of the hill, which is funny because this is where the Lycan was coming. And now, boom, I ram him. He's putting his magazine in. That's all he's gonna be able to do because now he's loading. And I still have health, and if I really wanted to, I could leave him just in case I don't kill him, and I could go jump in and heal myself up some more. But we don't need to. And we pull off the game, the victory, 8,300 damage done, which means my second Hull and Hound replay from yesterday was not my second best game, because this is my best game. My second best game. But yeah, 8,300 damage, 4 kills, 1,200 base experience points in the Dragon. Holy moly, this tank is insanely fun and insanely good in the monster mode. I highly recommend it, and it is night and day. It is night and day for the tank when you are playing in the World War II queue. So let's go over to that now, and we can talk about the tank a little bit more as I show off the equipment and the crew skills. Those will pop in the top right hand corner of your screen. Swamp to start things off in the Dragon. We only go 60 now instead of 70. I think this tank going 70 would be perfectly fine. Our power to weight is only 20 when other tier 7 light tanks are closer to 30. And our penetration is 145 and our alpha is only 180. Our premium is 220. Oof. A pretty bad gun. A pretty bad... Well, this tank doesn't feel that good anymore. It's more of a tier 7 medium. I say that, but it's actually more like a tier 8 medium. But it's actually got less DPM and less armor than tier 8 mediums. Sorry, 6. Tier 6. 6, the tier lower mediums. Whew. I think I would rather play in something like the T-3485, especially the T-3485M. But we're not. Another thing that is a killer for this tank, especially during the Halloween mode going on in the background, is the fact that everyone's playing in their Lycans. Lycans are, well, they're better than this tank for sure. But the thing about a Lycan is it came out back when light tanks had scout matchmaking. Same with this tank. They both came out with scout matchmaking, meaning a tier 7 light tank gets matched up like a tier 8 medium, meaning you're never top tier. And so in your tier 7 light tanks, you could fight up to tier 10. It was crazy, and you could never fight tier 5s. The best game you could ever get into is fighting tier 6s. Otherwise, you're always fighting tanks higher tier. You're always fighting tier 8s and quite often tier 9s and 10s. Then scout matchmaking went away. And when scout matchmaking went away, the Lycan stayed where it was at, which was tier 7 because it was a premium tank. The Dragon also stayed. But here's the catch. The Lycan, because it was so good, they decided to give it tier 8 preferential matchmaking, which is weird because it's a tier 7. There are some other light tanks that are like that as well, or were like that. The MX Chaffee was like that. The Snakebite was like that. The T50-2 was like that. But that means the Lycan is always going to be mid to bottom tier. It's never going to be top tier. Well, Clone, does that mean the Dragon's like that too? Nope, the Dragon gets to be top tier. The Dragon gets to be in a tier 7 lobby. No problem. However, with mirror-based matchmaking, they will always take a light tank on one team of a certain tier and put a light tank of the same tier on the other team. And since people are playing people are playing Lycans, there we go, right now, I'm constantly against Lycans. In fact, of the 7 games I played in my Dragon to get the games I wanted to demonstrate the tank, there was a Lycan in every single match on the enemy team. Therefore, I was never once top tier because of the Lycans. And so, because of the existence of Lycans, I get bad matchmaking. Which to me is like, well then let's fix Lycans. Let's make it so Lycans can be top tier so that I don't constantly have to be bottom tier in my light tanks. Because this is the case for every tier 7 light tank. If there's a Lycan on the enemy team, you are not going to be top tier. That's how it works, and it's a little disappointing. Hello. Cool, nice free shot into that guy. But I'm showing off this game here because you're going to see the gun really misbehave a whole lot, and I think you already kind of have. But we're not done. It's not done misbehaving. This gun struggles, and it struggles to really have much of an impact in the game, especially like what we were talking about versus Lycans. Lycans are just better. In fact, the Lycan did get the mobility buff that a lot of the other 7s got. It got 40 extra horsepower to its engine, giving it more horsepower per ton. And so the Lycan actually has the mobility that the other scouts have. But now you're going to see the gun suffer a whole lot. We missed the Crusader. We miss him again. Do I try again? Nope, I'm out of here. We're not gonna win from here. We need to get out of here. In fact, we're probably not gonna win at all. 145 pen is all we have. We're out of our premium rounds. We don't take many on here, and we use them against the Panther 88 and still bounce half of them. So the gun suffers, which is kind of interesting to me because again, this tank didn't change tiers, so it went from being a tier 8 to a tier 7 technically. So you would think it got better, and it did at first. But now a lot of the tier 7 light tanks got buffed. A lot of them have more mobility. The other Chinese light tank, the Tech Tree one, has better mobility, and it has the same gun and better camouflage. And so there's almost no point to this one anymore. And we're so slow. We only go 60 kilometers an hour, 20 horsepower per ton. It really struggles. Of course, the terrain resistances are absolutely insane. But did you know my DPM with this crew and this equipment setup is only 2,200? That's it. 2,200. It's abysmal. Not good at all. I still enjoy this tank, and it is still a fantastic scout. We're talking 289 millimeters of moving and still concealment. That's only 10 meters less than the Hull and Hound, which is a big tank. It's a big tank that's not known for having camouflage. Yeah, this tank barely has better camouflage. And we're dead. I wanted to show that one off, get it out of the way. Good and the bad. This one was the bad. Not a great game. We were never going to win. But I wanted to share it anyway. Just because you got to see the gun really not performing at all, the misbehaving. But hey, what can you do? That is how it's going to be. But now we are on Hell's Highway again. But this time in the regular matchmaking. And there is a Lycan on the enemy team. There's also a lot of bots. The amount of bots I've been seeing is insane. Where are they all coming from? Why are we in bot lobbies? Why is nobody playing? Right now, there are 3,900 players on the NA server during Halloween mode at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. No one is playing the game. It's so sad. The most popular event in World of Tanks console Barely has anyone playing the game. Yeah. We've been saying this game is dying for a long, long time, but I can officially say without a shadow of a doubt that unless something changes, the game is on its final leg because no one is playing during Halloween. Oh, 2025 Halloween could be the last Halloween year for World of Tanks. Mercenaries. I'm calling it Mercenaries because the game was better back then. Even if I didn't like Mercenaries at the time, it was better than Modern Armor. War Stories, though, that was the golden era of World of Tanks console. Alas, we have to counter this Lycan. He is the big bad guy that we have to kill in order to win this game. Also, the Turtle was another big bad guy, but the Turtle gets killed by Taco Tuesday in the IS-2. Quite embarrassing, sir. Quite embarrassing indeed. But we're going to just be sniping for a little while here with our .35 accuracy. Not a very accurate gun, but we're going to go for it anyway. 5 seconds reload. Well, 4.88 seconds. Basically 5 seconds. Absolutely insane how long this tank takes to reload. And then with the 145 pen, you're going to bounce off of a lot of targets. It's not pretty. Oh, derp. That shell derped real low. Probably wasn't going to hit anyway, but I would have loved for it to attempt to hit, but it did not. Kind of died out. Crafts Panther behind us, so we can't shoot. But hello, Panther. Fire off a standard shell. I just fired it willy-nilly without aiming because I wanted to switch to heat because I know I'm going to kind of need it for a Panther, but it pens anyway. So that's cool. We're going to keep this heat loaded so we can hopefully finish off some of these targets. Again, we're kind of just sitting in the back for now. I'm trying to thin out the enemy, trying to get their light tank killed. That's the big thing. You've got to get their light tanks dead. Once their light tank dies, this map is mine. 2 of them are already dead. We just have 1 more, the Lycan. Once he dies, the map is mine. And that's why you see me playing like this. And I've been playing like this a whole lot more in my light tanks. Basically putting in supporting fire for a bit, putting in some spots. These guys are within my view range. They can't see me. I can see them, so I'm still helping my team, both with my gun and with my view range. And now, knock him out. Good. Now I want to go after this Lycan. Once I get him out, the game is over. The game already kind of is over. But I wanted to show this one off because it was an ace tanker. CloneGuy. But it's bots. I know, I wanted to show off an ace tanker though. And hello, run away. You can't. Dead. Gone. Out of the game. Panther, you're next. I'm coming for you. I'm looking at the minimap and I'm like, no, let's go up here. Hello, Dreadnought. Pew! We get spotted here, which means there's somebody who's a little bit closer to us. Unless it was the Panther, but I'm not so sure. Pew! Put a shell in. He misses me. And there it is. There was somebody closer. That's the Jagdpanther 2. He's up there, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who put his put sight on me, unless it was that Panther who poked up. I don't think it was the Panther, but it very well could have been. This Jagdpanther 2, if he's got camo net or even advanced concealment, he's going to be a lot harder to detect. I'm going to load my heat rounds because I cannot pen him through the front with my standard. My heat should be able to go through no problem as long as I'm not hitting his upper plate at an angle like this. I don't fire yet. I don't want him to know I'm coming. We're up to 3,001 damage. And we're rolling in. Already nails him. That's my spot. Wonderful. 1,200 assist damage thus far. 3,000 regular damage. 4 kills. Here comes my LHMTV. He's got bad DPM too. But 2 bad DPM tanks versus a tank with no health and no turret. Should not be a problem. Boom. We put it in 181. Man, if this thing had 250 alpha or even 220. 220 alpha, I think it would be a lot better. Change nothing else. Just give it 220. Call it a day. Can we kill him? Nope. The LHMTV, which has even worse DPM, barely beats us on reload there, simply because he fired a lot sooner than we did. We almost got 2 shells out before he fired again. I guess I can't complain about DPM, but that tank is a bit faster, a bit more nimble, and has more penetration, tier for tier, and has more camouflage and view range. It's a scout. It's a proper scout. Epic victory. That game ends. The Dragon, not a great tank in the pubs, my opinion. I still play it from time to time, and I do want a 3 market. 2,037 base experience points. That is going to be the ace tanker. Of course, we were fighting bots, so it shouldn't count. We're up to 84% damage standing. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts of the Dragon, both in the Awakened mode and in the current regular matchmaking queue. There we go. And I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. And peace out.